Hello everyone, this is Zooc, and today I'm bringing you a new video. This one is going to be the design process of our new t-shirt that we just launched today. Well, it was launched last night, but there were some issues with the coding in the storefront, so we decided to wait until today to do the official launch. So what is the t-shirt about? Well, the whole philosophy was getting something that was inspired by the whole PC Master Race thing that's going on the internet, which is basically the whole dispute between supporters of PC gaming and in turn higher FPS gaming and those that play on consoles and are so enthralled by that concept that they actually state that 30 FPS is fine and 60 FPS doesn't exist and the human eye can see more than 30 FPS and all these arguments that go on, which I really don't give a fuck about in the end, because I don't know why I would. I really don't. But it's a thing, you know, and people will pick sides in a fight, quote unquote, like this. So that was part of the inspiration. Another side was the whole war propaganda posters that have started popping up now. They're making a comeback, and people seem to be really into it. Just like all vintage items that at some point make comebacks and then fade away again. War propaganda posters are pretty cool because they have a very specific design to them, and they serve as like a call to arms, as an inspirational element for the common folk. So yeah, they're pretty cool. But the problem with those is that they're very boxy, and this is something that I learned from previous designs of our t-shirts. People hate wearing boxed design t-shirts, you know, something that has edges. And I get that, you know, it's normal, but I hadn't thought that it would cause such a strong reaction in people. So the first design was boxy, the one with the all fanboys must die, but that was wildly successful despite it having the box look. Like, that sold the best out of all of them. The following ones were so-so, you know, and there were a lot of comments regarding the whole framing of the design. But this one so far, in the 2 hours that it's been out, has received mostly positive feedback, about 95%. And so I guess it was a good idea to go for a different design. So the whole PC Master Race thing, that had to be avoided because people will take offense if you actually write anything like that on a t-shirt. You know, even if it pertains to people playing video games, it doesn't matter. The whole concept that it alludes to is shocking and offensive to the common folk. So, you know, when you make a t-shirt that is very niche like this one, it has to also be somewhat generic to appeal to people that have no idea what the fuck the t-shirt is actually about. So if you show this to your mom, she's probably gonna look at it like a yeah, you know what I mean. But will it still look cool to her? Maybe. I hope so. I hope your mom likes it. If she doesn't, then I'll just send her my way and I'll fix it. But yeah, I mean, it did have to be somewhat generic to not be too niche. The previous ones were very niche, other than the all fanboys must die, because that's, even if you take it out of context, it's still kind of cool, you know. All fanboys must die. It's kind of an awesome statement. But the other three that was it 2 or 3? I don't remember. The ones that followed that one were very, very niche, you know, strictly aimed at TotalBiscuit's audience. Well, this one is also aimed at TotalBiscuit's audience, but at the same time, it has the general feel to it that it could be made by anyone, you know, or not even a YouTuber, just a company, anything. So it works. So what are the observations that people made when the design was shown? Well, the first one was, in fact, only one guy actually mentioned this, but it was a good question. Why would anyone want to wear an NVIDIA ad on their chest? So yes, I did pick an NVIDIA video card to trace for the design, but I did look at all the other ones, and to be honest, the Radeon cards are so vastly different from one another, and most of them are very minimalistic. Like, they're just a rectangle with a fan. And that, you know, the graphics card is the most recognizable element about PC gaming. At least that's the first thing that popped into my head, so I wanted to go with my gut instinct. So I picked the NVIDIA one because it's still the most recognizable one to most people. Like, it's still the most consistent structure of a video card that people know of. And, you know, it's not meant to be an ad for NVIDIA in any way or shape, or form. Much granted, I've always been using NVIDIA cards, and I've never even touched a Radeon. But it doesn't matter, you know. I just wanted to make it crystal clear that that is a video card and not some other shit, like a building with a fan on it. Yeah. So, of course, still there will be misunderstandings about what the design means, but I think I picked the most clear way to illustrate that we're talking about a PC graphics card here. So, unfortunately, it had to be NVIDIA. Nothing I can do about it now, and, you know, I don't regret it, obviously. It's a good choice. It's instantly recognizable for anyone that has ever opened up a PC or has been interested in the topic. And, you know, the whole design structure was based, obviously, on the whole like sort of Nazi posters that you can see. If you've played Wolfenstein, you can see a lot of similar poster designs throughout the game. I didn't copy anyone in particular, but it was it served as good inspiration for what I made now. And yeah, there is absolutely no connection to any Nazi philosophy going on here. Like, that's just don't go there. That's all I can say about that. One observation that was made actually quite a few minutes ago. This one guy said, like, why does the text look like Minecraft? that was hilarious to me. You know, I don't want to be harsh, but that statement is fucking retarded in the least harsh way possible. Let's be honest here. Like, text extrusion has existed for decades before Minecraft was even, decades before Notch was even born, let alone Minecraft. So yeah, that's a statement coming from someone that lacks perspective about the real world and what's been happening outside video games. But other than that, I mean, people don't really have any valid point other than, oh, the t-shirt is expensive. Yes, well, it's not your regular Walmart t-shirt, and the way a printer works and the way pricing works in the world of printed materials is that if you buy 10,000 t-shirts, it'll cost you about 50% less than if you buy 1,000 t-shirts per item, I mean. You know, that's the more you buy, the cheaper the price. And with stores like Walmart and Kmart, which sell clothing, it's normal for them to price a t-shirt at $15 when they paid like 30 cents for it because they bought a batch of like 20,000 of them. So in this case, it's a limited edition. It's going to get printed in about 1,000 maybe copies. So yeah, the price is sort of warranted because even the cotton is not so loose and flaccid like the t-shirts you find in regular supermarkets. So it's bound to be a bit more expensive. Plus, I mean, you got to pay for the design. You know, this is not a design that's going to get used for a bajillion t-shirts from now on. It's going to be strictly only for this one, and that's it. Then it dies. You'll never see it again. So pricing is very much subjective. You know, I personally don't think $30 is a lot for a decent t-shirt, especially if it looks cool. So that's just my thing. I paid more for a black Ralph Lauren t-shirt in America. I think I paid like $28 for a black non-printed, completely simple t-shirt. So it's really not that much. So in closing, if you would like to support me directly, because I get a little something from each sale, feel free to buy the t-shirts. I'm going to include the link in the description, and only if you, I mean, don't feel obliged, only if you truly appreciate the design. If you don't, there's no problem at all. But yeah, this was the TotalBiscuit t-shirt design process. Hopefully next time we'll have even a better one. T-shirts is a very particular thing, and there's a lot of factors to take into mind as opposed to designing a business card or a logo. It's very much a different animal. So I do hope you enjoyed it. I do hope you like it. Please rate that shit if so, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.